Check out this awesome pub table that I recently built. Just scrap I found laying around the shop. This thing's going to be perfect for the bar I'm building up in the shop loft. And in this video, we're going to go through the steps I took to build it. And you'll see that any resemblance to the planet Jupiter is purely coincidental. Let's get started. Come over to the old junk pile, and I think this will be perfect. And this might be pretty perfect too. Hey! So, a TJ flex plate and a Dana 35 carrier. Man, that fits like a glove. Okay? Hopefully you see where I'm going with this. Why don't you get rid of all that scrap metal? I don't know. I just don't know. Man, I like where this is headed. So we have hit it with the old wire brush, the old flat disc, and got it cleaned up. We're fixing to paint the bolts that go around the rail black there, and clean the rest of it up, and then clear coat this. So this will have a real natural finish. So I'm going to make the tabletop out of just some pine, something that's really cheap. This is actually a stair cap tread, whatever you want to call it, that they sell for pretty cheap, already cut to 11 inches, and it's a full over an inch thick, which is good because it's about 1 inch lumber or 1 inch project board. It's not 1 inch, it's 0.75, and I didn't want to go up to 2 inch, so this is a good size, especially if you're going to make a 28 to 30 inch table. 3 of these together is going to be pretty close to 30 inches. And of course they're 4 foot long, so you got plenty of room. Plenty of room. I love stuttering. I did rip off one of they come pre-curved here. I did rip one of those off to make a centerpiece. And I'm just gonna put it together with liquid nails. I may come back later and put a support once I get it cut. This liquid nails does real good. I just built a little puppy casket for one of our puppies that passed away, and I used liquid nails, and the thing was awesome and solid, and yeah. Now I'm sad. Anyway, nothing fancy. Have some long clamps. I'll put board on top, clamp that down to try to keep it flat, because when I clamp these two clamps together, it'll want to bow in the middle. We'll see. I'm not a woodworker. I'm actually going to be using metal clamps to clamp it because I just don't have enough woodworking clamps. But I learned in kindergarten how to glue stuff, so we'll work that. We'll see what happens. All right, hold on. I'm almost there. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Let me continue getting all this up. I'm gonna clean up all this excess liquid nails with some mineral spirits, and we're gonna let her dry. I made a 15-inch piece of wood here. I'm gonna make a circle. I'm just gonna use my fingers, and we're gonna trace this around. Righty. Now here's the question, will they meet? Hey, yo, we do. All right.
Okay.
All right, now I've got a circle I can try to cut out with a jigsaw that's going to go wow, 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 and not be a circle anymore.
Let's make it a little darker so we can probably cut it with a jigsaw. I don't even
That's
know.
right.
I don't know what jigsaw is, but we're going to cut it with a jigsaw.
Right, baby. So that is how you do it if you don't have the right woodworking tools. All right, so we've laid out a frame to mount a trailer wheel to, and the trailer wheel will mount to the axle. And so this will set here, we'll weld that on, and then this frame will mount to the table. And that should give us a pretty cool automotive style mount. There'll be 4 bolts. You see I beveled that. There'll be, is that what that's called? Whatever. I cut that in a diagonal. There'll be 4 bolts on each part of the frame. This is just scrap metal I had laying around. I'm gonna go ahead and drill this all the way out. That way we can reach the bolt head when we get the nut certs in. We're ready to put these rails in, and I would like to have done threaded inserts, but nowhere around me had them. So we just had to run to Tractor Supply and get the hardest package ever to open. And get some what's called T-nuts. These are 9/16 deep. They are 1/4 inch, and they will hold just fine. This table's not going to have any up and down movement, and this little grid that we're building is going to be all the strength. And so they'll be held in with these 1/2 inch bolts. Once you get them both in, we'll set the rim up there and get it ready to be tacked in. Tack them in, screwed in so that nothing gets wibble wobbly. I don't have to worry about drilling new holes. I'm not worried about burning this because we'll show you something else we're going to do with the top of this after a while. nice. Real nice. We have clear coated all the base pieces, and man, do they look good. So that's completely dry. It's got that wet look. It's gonna be easy to clean. Just clear coat over regular bare metal. So we've got this round, we're gonna get it with a sander. I'm gonna go ahead and route a small round over on it with just this cheap Hercules trim router I've got, and just a round over, 3/8 I think, round over. Might be smaller than 3/8. Either way, just a small round over. I've got two finishes that I've been working on. So this is just a regular gun stock stain. And so that's a test piece from that. It's not bad, it's pretty good. This is what I'm gonna do though. And what I did was I burnt the wood and then I put that gun stock over it. And then of course I'll polyurethane this or probably polyacrylic it. You get the idea. I'll go and get the rest of this done off camera. All right, let's get this thing welded together. We'll get it centered up. Just needs to come this way a little bit. It's about 8.5 inches. Yep. This way just slightly. Perfect. Ooh, that's not good. That is perfect. I messed up. I didn't grind where I needed to grind. Freaking spin it. I can't think I can. There we go. All right, frame's welded on. Time to pop a coat of spray paint and I'll sand this down. And then I'm just going to poly the whole thing. I'm going with a natural look. I was originally going to stain it that gun stock color. Going natural look with it, based on my wife's recommendations. The only thing I wish I'd really done different is I should have used some epoxy in those T nuts, like in the hole. And then they would have been there forever. If they start pulling out for any reason, I'll just go back and do it later. I do think they'll be fine, but I'll keep an eye on it. All right, I think we're ready to put poly on the front side. Let's see what happens. I did sand this down with some 180. I don't think I should have, but I just wanted to make sure there was nothing, no particles that need to be wiped off or char left over. I'm going to do the rest of the circle, but man, it's looking good. This wood, after being burnt, I guess, is just extremely thirsty. Go ahead and try to get 3 or 4 coats on, probably 3 where I'll stop, take a look at it, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, I think we're ready to put this thing together. Let's put the lug nuts on. Can't go down the road without those. Last level check, level, more or less. Oh, baby. Nice. Very nice. Ta-da! Now that she's done, let's take a closer look. So this burnt pine wound up looking really good. I was scared of the pine, but man, it looks really good. But that's 4 coats of polyacrylic, so that should be pretty good. It did come out looking like Jupiter, which is kind of cool. Looks like Jupiter. But you can see I used a TJ axle shaft. You can see how it's mounted. And then this is all clear coated and really nice looking. It's actually a lot shinier. I need to clean it up. It's got a little dust on it now for me carrying it upstairs. I built it to sit in this corner overlooking the shop. There's going to be a bar over here and then a sitting area with a TV over there. I don't have the flooring done yet, but you can kind of see, ignore the ammo boxes, where it will sit. There's going to be some race deck flooring here that I'm going to put down opposite of that laminate I've got over there. I'm going to burn and polyacrylic this the same way. You can see I'll show a video on this later, but footrest or cam, so it's very automotive inspired, so it's going to fit nicely. But there's one test left to make sure this thing's going to work. Hey, seems to work perfectly. I can sit here and enjoy my beer. I can look out above all my unfinished projects and get depressed and drink more beer. This thing is super stable because of how heavy that flex plate is. Now I just need to make some automotive inspired coasters maybe to put in the middle. So if this inspires you to get some scrap out of the scrap bin and make something cool, then hey, please like, share, subscribe. I don't care. I just hope this helps someone build something that they like. Thanks for watching and have a great day.